0. Okay, we are live. Okay, so grade 9s, for those of you looking at the document I gave you of the how to write a, wow, I'm just stuttering for the camera, holy. For your position paper, I gave you a document. How should you start your, yes.
In this essay, I'm going to talk about blank, then blank, then blank.
Sure, we could totally just go right into it, right? You could just write, in this essay, we will be analyzing, oh man, the lessons learned from playing the game. Let me move my mouse so you kids can see. Cash Flow 101 by Robert Kiyosaki. So you can definitely just have a very straightforward introductory sentence. Also, like last time, I forgot, but take a moment before you start writing to see the different options. You could also do this. So here, I'm just going to put a little tab there. Could also do this. In the game, Cash Flow 101 by Robert Kiyosaki. Players take turns rolling dice to determine if they will land on a payday, expense, or financial opportunity. Players are assigned a job with expenses and a cash flow every payday. Cash flow is how much money remains in your bank account after all your expenses have been, what's a good word? Removed, taken, spent, paid for. I love that. For the sake of this essay, because it is personal, I'll allow you to include the sentence. Some of the lessons I learned from this game are, right? And come up with your 3 reasons. So, 2 things to point out. The name of the game I have in quotation marks. Why do we think that is? Yes. Yeah, I'm naming something, right? We want the essay to flow clearly. So people should be very aware that Cash Flow 101 is a thing, right? It's more identifiable. It's not necessarily just part of the sentence like any other word. I'm identifying something, the name of a game. By Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is a name. We capitalize names. Okay. Can everyone see the board well? Could probably zoom in once more. It's even better on the video. So, no way. She's doing so good. Grade 9s, how many of you already done? I should make you do push-ups again. There's no way you're done. This activity is supposed to take the whole class. Yeah, what? How many ideas do you have? Okay. Okay. So I will write down, I will include some things that I learned. How to recognize a good deal. That was one thing I learned from this game. What's another thing that I learned from this game? Yeah, so how to recognize a good deal? When I write my paragraph on that, I can specifically include the stocks. Another thing, the benefit of being charitable. I wouldn't say the game taught me that, but that's something I could include from this game. How to create enough passive income to cover my expenses. Excellent. So this would be my intro. This is how I would introduce my position paper. So I have a little bit of an introduction of what the game is, how it's played. This is my intro. The intro and the first paragraph are the same thing. Right? You're thinking of body paragraphs. Were you laughing at him? Oh, that's too bad. You should have been laughing at him. Okay. Some of the lessons I learned from this game are how to, we don't need this triple dots here, are how to recognize a good deal, the benefit of being charitable, and how to create enough passive income to cover my expenses. So grade 9s, what should my first paragraph here be? My first body paragraph. Why would you say yo? That's not academic writing. Now, do we just want to say recognizing a good deal, or do we want to invite this person into an interesting introductory sentence? In life, people are often given choices. Some may even call this a deal. Both have their costs and benefits. The game. No way you guys are still talking. Do you want me to pull up your seating plan? I'm going to pull it up. Okay, we are back. So for your body paragraphs, it follows a very similar format. You always want to introduce what you are talking about. So if in my first body paragraph, I'm talking about the main lesson here, I'll actually bold them. You want to introduce what you're talking about. You can obviously go right into the argument, but a more fluid, a more well-written essay and paragraph will have an introduction. You're warming people up into whatever you're going to talk about. So silent, I love it. We all know why. It's because someone else's head is blocking him. Otherwise, I'd be looking at him as well. And then the other group of boys sitting beside you who are not free from guilt. Okay. So these are the 3 things that I would write about. I want you to write 3 lessons that you learned, 3 things that you gained, knowledge, information from playing this game. Keep in mind, grade 9s, we're very likely going to play this game in the future. I'll probably have some flex sessions with this game as well, because I think that there are dozens of lessons you can take away, and you can always get better and better at the things that you took away. So again, looking at the document, you could write me a little paragraph on what you learned about cash flow. What is it? Why is it important? You can add that here. What is it? Why is it important? Pros/cons. Those are some things you could write about there. Managing expenses. So bad expenses like the boat. Raise your hand if you ever landed on the boat. No way only 2 of you landed on the boat. You're lying to me. Okay, several of you. How did you feel about that $17,000 expense? It was 18,000. 18,000. Okay. Big deals. So what did you learn about the big deals? What are the benefits? Right? What did you learn about small deals? How do small deals affect the amount of cash you have available to do things? How many of you got landed on a $1 stock?
I got several $1.
So maybe you want to write about how that changed the game for you when you landed on the $40 version of it or $30. So dealing with random expenses, you could have the boat, you could have children, you could have downsizing. Okay. Being charitable. Pros and cons. Rolling twice. Okay. So there's a bunch of different things that you could write on. But again, you want to make sure that you have at maximum 3 reasons or 1. And you want to write a thorough response. What was the lesson you learned? Okay. And then tomorrow I'll explain to you what we are doing. I'm going to stop the recording.